Did you ever wonder why some men can ask a single question and suddenly a woman can't stop thinking about them? It's not magic, it's precision. They're questions that slip past her guard, sliding between reason and instinct that make her feel seen, curious, even a little exposed. They don't sound like compliments or pickup lines, but they awaken something deep. Each one is a subtle strike, crafted to stir emotions she didn't plan to feel. Because while most men talk endlessly about themselves, the man who asks the right questions takes control of the conversation without saying much at all. As Machiavelli once suggested, true influence isn't in what you speak, but in what you can make others reveal. And that's the hidden art. Women don't fall for men who talk the loudest. They fall for the ones who make them open up, willingly. These questions may sound harmless, but inside them live triggers, the kind that confuse logic and awaken desire. They blend curiosity, tension, vulnerability, and danger. That's the chemistry her mind can't resist. This isn't for boys who chase quick reactions. It's for men who understand patience and strategy. Because real seduction doesn't happen through words alone. It happens through emotions. And emotions always overpower reason. So listen carefully. If you can deliver these questions with calm timing, with silence as your sharpest weapon, you'll start something in her that most men never even get close to touching. When you look at her and say softly, "What does a man do that makes you feel a little unsafe, but makes you want him even more?" Everything changes. You're not asking about her type or her fantasy. You're asking about the line between danger and attraction, the edge where fear and desire mix. Most people never go near that territory. It's too raw, too revealing. But that's why it works. It doesn't sound like a trap, but it's an emotional dare. Most men try to be safe, predictable, easy to read. You, however, just told her that you're not here to be predictable. You're here to wake something inside her. Ask it slowly, don't rush, let her think. You might notice her breathing change, her eyes flicker. Then she'll say something like, "I like men who make me feel challenged, but protected." That's her emotional blueprint. That's what shakes her balance. Don't pretend to be that energy. Understand it. Reflect it without chaos. That's how obsession begins when she can't quite explain why her heart speeds up around you. Once she answers, pause. Don't fill the silence. Just look at her and ask, "And what happens when you meet a man like that?" Then wait. The tension that follows will do more than words ever could. Now lean in slightly and ask, "What's your most hidden weakness? The one only someone special could ever find?" This question doesn't scream power. It whispers it. It slips right under her guard. You're not demanding confession. You're inviting intimacy. You're telling her you want to see the version of her no one else sees. Most men ask surface questions. You ask for something real, something soft. She'll hesitate. Maybe she'll laugh nervously and say, "I shouldn't tell you." That's perfect. You smile lightly and say, "You don't have to. I already see it." And that's the moment. The walls fall. You've made her feel understood without her saying a word. That's emotional intimacy, the kind that binds stronger than touch. If she decides to open up, listen closely. Her answer will reveal how she connects, what she hides, what kind of man she trusts. Use it wisely, not to manipulate, but to move with awareness. Because when a woman feels safe enough to be seen, but still slightly uncertain, she starts craving the person who gave her that feeling. Then there's the darker side. Ask her, what's the most dangerous thing someone's ever awakened in you? You're not digging for gossip. You're asking her to revisit the moment she lost control, the memory that still burns quietly. Most men don't have the courage to take her there. You do. And when you do it with stillness, not pressure, it changes everything. She'll remember someone who once touched that wild part of her, the version of herself she hides from the world. Say less, watch more. If she smiles nervously and says she can't tell you, just whisper, "That's okay. Some danger is beautiful." That line will echo in her chest long after the moment ends. Because you didn't flinch, you didn't judge, You simply stood in her fire. That's what makes her feel safe enough to burn again. Now, take her mind somewhere playful but forbidden. Ask her, what's the craziest thing you'd do if no one ever found out it was you? It sounds like a game, but it's not. It's a key to her imagination. She'll laugh, maybe tease you back, but in her mind, she's already opening the door you handed her. She's picturing the thing she'd never admit, and whether she says it or not, you're now part of that picture. You don't need her to say the words. Just tell her, you don't have to tell me. Thinking it is enough. And now you've created a secret world that only you both share. No touch, no flirtation, just tension and imagination. You've made yourself the symbol of her most private fantasy. That's how obsession begins, quietly, invisibly, in the mind. Then comes the memory test. Ask her, what kind of man is hard for you to forget, even if he wasn't good for you? It's a doorway into her most emotional memories. Every woman has one. The man she shouldn't have wanted, but couldn't resist. When she talks about him, don't interrupt. Don't make jokes or judge. Just listen. Then, with a soft voice, say, that says a lot about you. That's how you earn trust, because you didn't shame her for her past. You accepted it. Now she associates that emotional safety with you. You're not competing with her memory, you're replacing it. She won't realize it immediately, but every time she remembers that kind of feeling, your face will come with it. Now ask her, has anyone ever drawn you in and you didn't even know why? On the surface, it sounds light, but this question pulls her into something deeper, a space where logic disappears. You're not asking about her type, you're asking about her emotional chemistry, the unexplainable. As she recalls those moments, her brain starts connecting that same pull to you. If she says yes, smile and whisper, sometimes the things we can't explain are the most real. Then stop talking. Silence here isn't emptiness, it's tension. It gives her room to feel and to wonder if what she's feeling now with you is the same thing she just described. And when you see her fidget, touch her hair, or avoid your eyes, that's your cue for the next one. What signs does your body show when someone attracts you, even when you try to hide it? This question makes her self-aware in the best way possible. She'll recall those moments when she tried to stay composed, and while remembering, her body will betray her again. Her lips might part, her voice might soften. Watch quietly, then say, you just did that now. Hold your gaze. Don't smile too soon. Let her feel the tension. That single line is more powerful than any compliment because it tells her you see her, not her looks, but her reactions. Now she can't hide them from you, and every time she's near you after that, she'll wonder what you notice next. That's how you live rent-free in her mind. Once you've planted that awareness, move to the next level. Ask her, how do you act when you start falling for someone, but don't want to admit it? This one is dangerous because it makes her reflect, not just about the past, but about the present moment. She'll describe how she hides her feelings, and while she's doing it, she'll realize she's already doing it with you. When she says, I act distant, or I pretend I don't care, you lean in slightly and respond, so if you pull away, that means I'm getting to you? Say it softly, playful, but with weight. That line sinks in. You've named her defense out loud. Now every time she does it, she'll remember your words, and that memory becomes its own form of attraction. Now turn her attention to reflection. What left the biggest mark on you from a man, even if he's not in your life anymore? Don't ask for names. You're not looking for gossip. You're asking for meaning. She'll think back to the feeling that stayed. Maybe it was a look, a moment, a sense of being seen. Listen carefully because she's telling you the exact kind of energy that penetrates her deeply. And here's the twist. The brain can't fully separate memory from the present. So while she's remembering, she's also feeling, and you're right there. You've just replaced the ghost of another man with your own presence. You've become the new symbol of that emotion. Finally, ask her softly, if someone could understand you without you saying a single word, what place would they have in your life? That's not just a question. It's an emotional mirror. It tells her you might already be that person. You're not asking for a label. You're making her imagine what that kind of connection feels like. And as she imagines it, her mind will fill in the blank with your presence. That's influence, not manipulation, not force, just guidance. You gave her a space to feel, and she filled it with you. If she smiles and says, "Someone like that would be rare," you simply respond, "Maybe not as rare as you think." Then let silence do its work, because silence isn't absence, it's pressure, it's gravity, it's the invisible pull that keeps her wondering. In that quiet, she's not thinking about your words anymore. She's feeling your presence, and that's what stays long after you're gone. So remember this, if even one of these questions made you think, imagine what they'll do to her. Used with timing, patience, and composure, they'll awaken emotions that logic can't